Why, hello, hello, hello. For those of you who are following, we're now on to Led Zeppelin 3. Indeed, Led Zeppelin 3. This was released a year after Led Zeppelin 2 on 5th of October 1970. And this is the reissue. Of course it is. It's quite good fun. Best thing about this album is the sleeve, because you can. Of course, I can't do it because I haven't got enough hands. Let me hold it like that. That's better. You can move the little wheel around. And one of the reasons I never owned this second hand was it was always very hard to find an intact one. That it all worked, where it wasn't beaten up or had bits ripped out because of the die cuts. So I never saw one of these intact in the wild. And if it was, then it may have probably been a little bit, excuse me, out of my price range. So, yeah, I got this when it was reissued. Of course, I'd heard it. I'd heard it via CD back in the day, whatnot. It's an album. Oh, again, everybody loves it. Everyone loves it. It gets good reviews and everything. But I've never really got it. I know, and it annoys me because I should like it, because it's a step away from the blues orientated Led Zeppelin 2 and 1. But some of the pieces on this, they don't really do anything for me. And that's the end of the review. That's what I feel like saying. It starts with the Immigrant Song, or Immigrant Song, or The Immigrants. I don't know. I kind of prefer The Immigrant Song. Vikings Running Amok, which is just, it's what you buy the album for. This is the thing about Zeppelin, is there's one track on here that, on their albums that you buy the album for. I know, I'm the only one that thinks like that. And it is just fantastic. It's just the best thing ever. That's it. It's just great. And it's a shame it's 2 minutes 26. I could have listened to 15 minutes of it. And it is just a rip-roaring opening to an album. It's just one of the greatest opening songs on an album ever. This is followed by Friends. Not the TV show, but apparently the TV show took its name from that song. I lie, that didn't happen. But wouldn't it be good if it did? Of course, Celebration Day. It's it's alright. See, this is it. I'm like, yeah, they're alright songs, but I don't really feel any attraction to them. I just sit there and I go, Since I've Been Loving You is just goes on, and Out on the Tails. Again, I usually zone out with those two. I've lost them. I've lost the Led Zeppelin fans, haven't I? They're all switched off. But you flip it over, Gallows Pole. That has a certain atmosphere to it that I enjoy. And again, one that follows that, Tangerine, is a song that I forget the title of. I like it. I'm like, and I have to look on the sleeve. Go, yeah, it's Tangerine. Even though he sings the word Tangerine, I think it's called something else. I have this problem with songs, some of the song titles. I think I've mentioned that before. But I quite like that one. Again, I like it when they're going towards that folky kind of sound, because we're only... Now it's gone dark. It keeps doing it. The sun keeps going in and out. It's over there. The sun. But because they're edging towards Led Zeppelin 4, and they have that really kind of cool, laid back folky sound on that, and that's what I really like, and Tangerine, kind of hints at that. So I'm like, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting towards Led Zeppelin 4. So I like that one. And then after that, Even hats off to Roy Harper, which is apparently a traditional track reworked. I'm pretty indifferent to it. And when you see people giving it like 5-star reviews and that, I just, and that's my problem with like some Led Zeppelin albums, is I just don't speak to me. And it's very hard because these albums are liked, and I do try hard to get into it. I do listen, and I do go, come on, maybe this time it'll click. Maybe this time I'll get it. But no, not this time. So, no, because I'm waiting for Led Zeppelin 4, which will be the next review. So yeah, I can see where they're going. The interesting thing is you can see where they're going, and it is a movement. The band has opened up a bit, and it is it's a move away from those earlier albums. So that's good, and we do get the feeling that we're heading towards something a bit more. For me, I've got to be careful what I say, because people will throw their toys out the pram. You've got to be so careful what you say. They're moving towards something a bit more substantial for me. That's it. I think that would illustrate my issue. I've already reviewed Led Zeppelin 4 again, but I suppose in the interest of continuity, I will need to do it again. So that will be the next one. So yeah, for me, Led Zeppelin 3, it's just a bridging point. It's a bridging point from the beginning to that classic album, which we'll be covering next time. And like I said, I don't get a lot of what's on here. It doesn't speak to me. Again, I'm going to pretend I'm interested in your opinion. God, it doesn't happen very often. But why do you like this album? What makes it work for you? What is the standout track? How does it speak to you? Because I'm not getting it. I find it quite dull in places. There are some good bits. Immigrant Song, Celebration Day, Tangerine. But the rest of it, I'm just like, just washes over me. I find it as very inconsequential. So I'll be very interested to hear your take on it. And what should I be looking out for? What song do I need to play over and over again until I'm brainwashed into liking it? Leave your comments down there somewhere. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully I haven't annoyed you and disgruntled you so much that you've vowed bloody revenge. Could happen. I've been talking about Led Zeppelin 3 from 1970. Their third album, obviously, because it's got 3 on the cover. Cover's really groovy. And it is groovy, man. Truly is groovy. And it's still got the hologram, like that. Swan Song hologram for you. And the pressing is good as well. Not that I've got anything to compare it to, because I never owned an old one, as I told you earlier. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully, like I said, I haven't annoyed too many of you. And do join me again next time, as we'll be doing that album, the big one. There's only more one. I'll get it right in it. There's only one more thing left to say, is the light changes and I get washed out. And that is ta-ra.